Okay, so directors of marketing, heads of marketing, people who make decisions within companies, we want to talk to you about our sponsor, Hello Starling. So Hello Starling, and we say this every time, but I really want to reiterate this. They are not a marketing agency. They are not a creative agency. They are not a PR agency. They are media planning and buying specialists. They rely on getting your product in front of the eyeballs of potential customers, and my God, they are good at it.
How good?
They are so they helped me with some stuff around my newsletter, and basically I now can pay my mortgage.
I walked past one of your beautiful adverts in a train station the other day.
Now, it's interesting you say that, because one of the things that Hello Starling have taught me is that it's really important to have a mix of media when you have your campaigns. So you can have one. So, for instance, you have the adverts in the train station, which I had. But then there's other things that you can do, like physical adverts on products, but also digital ad placement as well. And if you have a multimedia campaign, it makes it more likely to permeate. It makes it more
everywhere, right?
But it isn't just trying to be on every single thing. It's about identifying who you want to reach and the best way to do it. And they are experts in doing that.
So it's like efficient, right?
Exactly. There's so many ways you can just frivolously lose your money trying to advertise in like a digital world. What they do is they basically get the most bang for your buck by picking the platforms and the medium of advertising that will work best for you.
And they show you the stats, right, to back up their decision making.
Oh yeah.
We love a bit of delicious stats.
Yum data. They're very, very good. I recommend them wholeheartedly. I've used them. They're great. If you think they can help you, they are Hello Starling. So go to hellostarling.co.uk.
Hello and welcome to another episode of For Wales, See Wales. My name is Eluned Morgan.
My name is Owen.
My name is Will Hayward.
How are we all doing?
Really good to see you. I'm very well, thank you.
Lovely.
Keeping well. I'm keeping well.
Keeping well.
Keeping well. My autobiography, tell all.
That would be good. Or like a sitcom in a sort of 2.5 Men style, kind of that era of sitcom, I think. Keeping well. And it's sort of you looking like that.
I think my autobiography or sitcom title, there's quite a lot of options with Will.
Okay.
Like you've got Fire at Will.
Yeah.
You've got Willpower. You've got Last Will and Testament. I only know these off the top of my head because they were my wrestling moves when I was a kid.
No way.
Yeah. You had, and
you would have a special, like a finishing move, wouldn't you?
You built it up with the Haymaker, the Hayward maker.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And I played on the hay thing for a bit. I was about 13 at the time. Didn't speak to girls.
13. That's later than I thought it would be.
23.
Yeah. And then like my so I played into the hay thing a bit. Like the Baylor was my
that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, Last Will and Testament was my big finish.
That feels like a big finish. Last Will and Testament. That's like, oh, you're going to go and meet your maker.
Yeah.
Quite Undertaker vibes. That's good.
Yeah.
We did a lot of wrestling in year 6 of school. So we'd been like,
we were probably the same height.
Yeah, true. I think I broke a kid. No, I didn't break a kid's arm. I think a kid hurt his arm based on
And you were there.
what you did to them.
I was there. But there was no CCTV.
What sort of move did you do?
I think it was just a Royal Rumble.
Did you not see that on every show they say, don't try this at home?
Did it work?
I mean, we all know wrestlers are notoriously a healthy group of people.
Wrestled?
With my own emotions frequently.
Oh, Melanie.
No, I don't. I didn't grow up with siblings either, remember? So
Just horses.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not doing this again this week.
Week 2.
please.
You can't powerbomb a horse. You can't.
Famously, don't try that at home.
No. I would lose as well if I wrestled with a horse. Yeah.
Shetland pony? Do you reckon you could take a Shetland
No,
pony?
right, okay, so no, let me teach you this. The little...
We're not doing horses again, actually.
Someone has already raced to the YouTube comments going, I didn't get into politics for a while.
The small ones are vicious. I used to have a bit in my stand-up that was like, nobody could relate, so I dropped it. How the big ones look scary, but they're gentle. Generally, they're lovely. If you respect them, they respect you. The little ones would shank you down a dark alley.
That's so interesting. So,
Genuinely.
like little yappy dogs.
Yeah. They are violent.
Good to know.
Yeah, they're. my smallest one, he's tiny, he's like a big dog basically. He kicks the vet. The vet was trying to give him a vaccine and he like snapped, the needle snapped because he was kicking off so much.
He was going to get autism from it.
Well, this is the problem, you know, and microchipped.
Yeah.
Although he is actually microchipped, but you know.
Yeah, great 5G off him though.
Yeah.
Like a personal hotspot.
This whole time me thinking it was Starlink. It's Milo. Is this relatable?
Yeah, big time.
Sure.
Big time.
I do actually want to shout out the Transport for Wales team, who I met at Piano Works and came up and asked me if I was the girl from the podcast. And yeah, were very, very kind to me that night. So
that's very sweet.
They were very lovely and bought me loads of drinks.
I was at a rugby match my son was playing a couple of weeks ago, and I was queuing up for a bacon bap with my daughter, and one of the other mums at there was sort of eyeing me up a little bit. She's like, "Sorry, this is really weird. Did you do that podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah." My daughter was like, "What the fuck is a podcast?" You'll know, darling. You'll find out one day.
That's so sweet.
So shout out to her.
People sometimes think I look like Richard Hammond.
Richard Hammond. I did a show with him a few years ago. I wrote on a show that he was doing for Comedy Central.
Pre or post Crash?
Oh, post. Okay. I wouldn't work with him pre.
It was a relevant pre.
Yeah.
Irrelevant.
No, post. He's weird having watched him like on Top Gear as like a kid to then work with him. Very nice man.
So this week is we're recording a little bit in advance. So if something's the usual caveat, something's happened, you know,
we are going to cover it. We're not ignoring it.
But I'm not going to cover
it. We've got some audience questions.
Yeah.
That we're going to have a look through.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we love these. And if you ever have any audience questions, then obviously send them via DM or postcard.
So the first one comes in from somebody who we've actually answered their question before. It's Tristan Bevan.
Go on, Tristan.
There we go.
Tristan.
Hey, me again. Do you think the first... He didn't do the peace sign, I did it. Do you think the First Minister rejecting invite to state visit event with President Trump is the right way to do things? Or would discussing differences of view with people we disagree with be better? Just to make clear, I am very much against Donald Trump and all he and the Republican Party now stand for. I think it's a fair question, you know, especially in the day and age of kind of social media. Do you only follow people that you agree with? Do you like to read the tweet or books of people you disagree with? Or do you just stick to your echo chamber? But also there's the wider question of Eluned Morgan as a leader of a country saying, I'm not going to that dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate doing anything. So if I had a chance to cancel plans, I would do that 100%.
Oh, I love it. You know, when you're in bed and you've already decided you're not going, but how do I cancel? And then the other person cancels.
Oh, I love it so much.
Put it in my veins.
Yeah,
imagine like Donald Trump, like she's there, she's like, I don't want to go to this. He's going to be weird. And
just sat on a bed in a towel, wet hair. Like, I've got to get ready. I've got to do annoying.
It. And then he texts and he's like, Eluned, I'm so sorry. Yeah, they finally caught up with me. I've got to go. And she, imagine the elation.
The relief.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a weird one, isn't it, this one? Because, as you say, elected leader of a country, you can fly the Welsh flag, do all the national interest stuff. Would she have got anywhere near him? Would she have said a single word to anyone of any importance at this Trump state banquet dinner? No.
I think that's such a good point.
What's the point of going? There's no point. Well, I hate networking events. I find them so awkward. I stand, especially because I don't drink anymore. That was the main reason I went, for the free booze. I can't have that many San Pellegrinos. Can you imagine? No. How fizzy I'd be, Will. Will, you haven't thought of how fizzy I'd be. You beautiful idiot. So I hate any of those networking events. I completely get that. Like, why would you go?
I really respect her for having not gone. I think it made a statement. I think people...
It made many statements. She made many statements of why she wasn't going.
Yeah. She gave many excuses. Yeah. So, no, it wasn't that. No, it was you know, she couldn't come out and go, I don't want to go. Look at him. Why would I want to be there?
I would respect that so much more.
Yeah, to be fair. But not that I don't respect Eluned Morgan, but I feel apathetic, I think, like the majority of perhaps the country do. No, I'm not going to speak for the rest of the country, but I've got no big opinion.
It's very big of you.
I know, thank you so much. I'm so humble. But yeah, I have no big opinion of her. But when I saw that she had rejected the invitation, I was like, Go on.
Yeah. I mean, it makes you, just like I suppose Sadiq Khan is doing in London. It's standing for something.
Yes.
It's not doing what Starmer was doing and being on, and to be honest, a lot of countries at the UN last week as well, like basically doing this second term sucking up thing. Because I mean, there were articles on the BBC about, like, 4 years ago the UN laughed at him. Now it was like listening to him with, like, it was just silence. It was just listening, and then the sucking up thing. So I think people are playing him completely differently. So I think there's still the idea of people standing up to him like Sturgeon used to and things. I think it's at least it's something.
Yeah, I suppose there's a few things, isn't there? Like the first one, like arguing against a woman cancelling dinner with a man who brags about grabbing women by the genitals. I don't think you can really hold that against her.
It's quite good an excuse to cancel dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, I've cancelled for a lot less.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I think it is tricky because it's not just Trump that's there. There's lots of kind of leaders in industry. You get chatting with somebody who could invest in Wales. Is it going to benefit Wales, her to go? It's probably not going to harm Wales for her to go, but it could benefit Wales. So you could make that argument, should you be there? From the point of view of, has she...
Can I cut you off just really quickly on that point? Do you, and not that this is the same, but like at Fringe, Edinburgh Fringe, people always say, go to these parties, go to this and that, because that's when you meet producers. And then a bit of me feels like if you want to work with me, you can do that over coffee at 2 p.m. You don't have to be drunk at 3 a.m. talking about that. So I do understand the point, but I think how much of investment in Wales could be achieved at a banquet like that. I don't want to labour the point, but I just thought it was worth picking
I
up.
agree with you, and I also think this is a shame that this is sometimes how business is done.
Sure, okay.
I think it's not just like her speaking to, some like a tech billionaire about ways that Wales could help, but I think it's little things like her special advisor getting the number of someone else's special advisor so that they can drop them a text sometime. It's little things like that. I don't think it's going to move the needle massively. I think, if she goes, it might help. What I do think is ridiculous is the idea that this was some massive snub. I genuinely have no idea. I would be prepared to bet a lot of money that Donald Trump could not tell you what or where Wales is.
Sure.
Because do you remember when he wrote Wales, Whales?
Yeah, he tweeted
Prince
that,
of
didn't he?
Wales.
In defense of Eluned Morgan, this is going to sound mean, this is the only opportunity she would have had to go to a Trump state visit. She's not going to be in the role in a few months' time. She quite easily could have gone, free dinner's a free dinner.
At the palace or wherever it is,
Totally.
you know what I mean?
If she was that way inclined, which I'm sure other people... Darren Miller.
Just name the name, right?
I mean, he
Just name the elephant in the room.
I mean, he missed a crucial vote in the Senate to go and have croissants and pray near to Trump.
So he must be so annoyed he's not there, right? Genuinely, so many people would sycophantically go to this thing to say, I am flying the flag. But to not sort of, to keep your morals and go, well, actually, it can get fucked. I think there's something to be said for that.
I think that the whole situation kind of sums up the challenge that Eluned Morgan has, because she has made a decision there, which with a lot of her core Labour voters will go, yeah, I really like that you did that. I like that you took a stand. I like that you said, I'm not going to go to this thing where this, let's face it, fairly odious man is. If she's going to make that decision to do it, rather than owning it and going, I find his views repellent, I think what he is doing in his country is revolting, and I think it is important as a statement of what Wales is and our values to not attend this. That is why I'm not going. If she had said that as soon as she got the invite and she'd owned it, and when she'd come back to us, she hadn't kind of, well, I'm supporting people in the party because it's a tough time and X, Y, and Z. I think the problem is she said a lot of stuff which actually people might quite like, but she's done it so kind of half-assed in terms of not committed to it. Like, Wales needs money around HS2. I will always speak up for Wales. Keir Starmer, we're not going to give you any of that money. I am going to keep asking you. No, double down. Say, this is outrageous. We are being shafted here. Do something about it. Like, demand it. And she's kind of done the worst of both. She hasn't committed to going, I'm going to hold my nose, close my eyes and try and get someone to invest.
Yeah, sure.
And she hasn't gone, this is repellent, I'm not going to do this. She's not gone, so hasn't had the advantage, but hasn't then claimed the political kudos.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think it's just badly done politics.
Isn't that just a bit of a metaphor of how they've been doing the last year or so?
Exactly, and I think that's...
I suppose the question from Tristan was also, is this the way that you do politics? Is this the way that we should be doing with people we disagree with? Should we not have discourse with people from across the divide? Where do you guys stand on that?
I'm a big believer of admitting that other people's opinions exist and the ones that you don't agree with, and really seriously considering them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to come out the other end also agreeing, but I will go out of my way to read the books of people who I know I'm going to disagree with everything that I've read, in the hope that I will come out going, okay, now I understand why they think that. They're not just a terrible person. I understand why they think that, and I will get it. I don't agree. And I try to kind of curate my timeline in the same way as well, because I don't just want it to be an echo chamber of what I agree with. And because we see this on election, like the day after elections all the time, you see people going, go out to vote, everybody. Today's the day. Go on, go. And then the next day going, oh my God, what's happened? How have you not been looking at the news?
How could anyone vote this way?
Exactly. You've not been paying attention. You just talk to your friends who all agree with you. You're not opening your eyes. So, I think it's really important to talk and have healthy discussions with people you disagree with in a respectful way. Unfortunately, there are some people you can't do that in a respectful way with.
Yeah, I think that means that the other person on the other side of that divide has to have the same sort of level of empathy and moral code to you, in the sense of also listening to you.
Yeah.
I've had this, with other comics who vote different ways to me, and I try and we have discussions in green rooms and things, but sometimes it goes into they are just waiting for you to finish so they can just rally you with points that they're regurgitating.
Yeah.
When you read things from a different sort of political viewpoint, or you watching videos on timeline, are you resentful are you like angrily flicking through the book waiting for come on, to fucking finish this bullshit? Or are you sort of like trying to, because it's hard to sort of like take in other viewpoints, right? Like I don't know whether this is got worse, whether we're so sort of ingrained in this kind of echo chamber, or whether it's always been that case,
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of me that is like, this, I could not do this. Do you know what I mean? I could choose to just have a happy life and, exist in a bubble of people who think like me. And I suppose there's a little bit of me that is like angrily flipping through. But then I'm happy for other people to be wrong, in my opinion. Like, I've got a friend, and we always, I've known him since we were 11. Like, we're very, very close. And there's so often that we clash, because if he sees somebody with an incorrect opinion, he has to tell them why they're wrong. I'm very happy to exist knowing I'm correct, and I don't need to correct them.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And I think there's an element of that then that doesn't infuriate me, but I would rather understand those people and be like, wow, I've gained this much more knowledge of how they think or feel.
I think quite often people put far too much stock on being right than being effective.
Yes, true. And also having always been right. It feels like we've got this phobia of going, I've now got more information and have changed my opinion.
Yeah, making a mistake is fine. Fucking up is fine. Everyone does it. Just take some responsibility and move on with it.
Yeah, and go, do you know what? My life is very different to how it was 10 years ago.
Totally.
I don't see the world how I used to.
Yeah, and also, I don't know. That's fine.
Also fine.
To admit that you don't know enough about a subject. I'm going to listen to these things, maybe try and do a bit of reading if I've got some spare time.
Yeah.
But often, I'll just kind of listen.
Yeah, that's okay.
I do think saying no, what it does is it strengthens your opinions when you actually articulate them. Because if you say, I don't know something, when you do say that you do know something, it puts more weight on that thing you're saying you know something about. On that kind of question where he said, is this kind of way to do politics? I think there's kind of, it's an interesting, because you can't not talk to anyone whose views you find unpalatable, but there's occasions when I think ostracism and turning someone into allowing someone to turn themselves into a pariah is important. I think not inviting Vladimir Putin to anything or allowing Russia to take part in international events is a perfectly legitimate, and in a way, the only legitimate response to the invasion of a sovereign country. We had the same with apartheid South Africa. Like, that's why it was so bad when England cricket went there, because we were trying to break that regime. We were trying to say this isn't right. But the thing is, the Trumps of this world, these strongmen, extreme right people who are trying to shape the world into a more brutal version of what it is, and a less compassionate version of what it is, you can't pretend they don't exist, because that is the equivalent of going out in a thunderstorm or in a snowstorm and saying, well, I'm going to wear shorts because I want it to be sunny. It's not sunny. Okay. And this isn't an isolated thing. And actually, I think sometimes it's a case-by-case basis. In certain occasions, you need to be like, I'm not engaging with that. I'm not giving this the oxygen. But in other times, you need to say, well, actually, things are really bad at the moment. I need to be in that room to put forward an alternative point of view. They're all trying to shift that over to a window one way. I'm going to be pulling it the other with my views and my... So I think that's kind of what leadership is. I mean, for many years, Nigel Farage was a fairly lone voice in British politics, saying that immigration was a really evil thing. And he stood there and he shouted it and it didn't do him any political harm. All it did was move the needle. So actually, now we've got a world where everyone seems to think that just attacking people who weren't born here is a good thing. Now, more than ever, we need people who are going to stand up and say the opposite in those rooms.
I suppose imagine if Leanne Wood all those years ago had gone, I'm not going to appear on Question Time because Farage is on, and I disrespect it. I don't agree with his views. You know, like the fact that she was there to sort of challenge it. But I suppose, as you say, it's time and place. At one point, it's going to be relevant. At one point, it's going to be not the ideal place to go.
I could not think of anything worse than going to, firstly, a banquet, a royal banquet. Get in the bin.
Yeah.
Like, why does that institution exist? Sorry, that's just a bit of opinion that's gone in there. Opinion I will happily stand by. Let's do something on the royal family in the future.
Yeah.
Right.
Can we get some more lawyers, Daryl? Is that right? Thank you.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so I think that hopefully we kind of answered that question there. I actually did interview with Eluned Morgan. She didn't cancel because she found my views so odious. I had a chat with Eluned Morgan. I spoke to her a little bit about the health service, and I said to her about Betsi Cadwaladr of North Wales, and I said, it's been in special measures for 10 years, except for a very brief period. If there is another Labour government elected in 2026, why should people in North Wales have any confidence that it won't still be in special measures in 4 years' time? And this is what she said. Well, the first thing we have to do is make sure that the governance is in the right place. I think we've had a rocky time with it in special measures, but we've now got a senior leadership group to fulfil the governance arrangements. If you don't get the governance right from at the top, nothing else is going to work. So I said, well, is that sorted now? And she said, that bit's now sorted. It's now about making sure that penetrates through the whole organisation. It's a really big health board compared to everything in Wales, but it's delivering. I mean, the numbers of people that are being seen, I responded, people in North Wales won't think it's delivering. She basically came back and said, well, we are now pushing them all the time. The Welsh government is breathing down their necks. And I asked, why wasn't it breathing down their necks 10 years ago? And she said, because they're an independent organisation. These health boards are supposed to be managing themselves and running themselves. You know, these people who are running these organisations are paid extraordinary salaries to do a job. You can't help feeling this is a little bit buck passy.
Yeah. I think the big problem she and the party have with whatever goes wrong now is no words are enough. They can't go, well, what we will do is, you've had 25 years. I don't want to hear it. If you haven't done it and shown me substantial progress in the last 5 years, don't bring it to my door.
You know that sort of accusation that was levelled at the UK Tories of like, you've been in government for 14 years. 25 years is such a long time. And in different geezers and everything, but that's an incredible amount of time to be in power. To then, and as you say, for the best part of a decade.
It's also such a phenomenal wasted opportunity because so rarely in democracies do you get a sustained period where you can put your vision in, you can think long term.
Yeah.
They've had 25 years where they could have gone, actually, we're going to do this in this way for this long. Don't worry, it's not going to work in the next 10 years, but in 20 years, we're going to reap the benefits of this, and it'll be us that have done it.
Yeah, it's an unhealthy amount of time for any party as well. And whilst, you know, there are, I think the certain potential outcomes next May do scare me, I do think this shake-up is actually not a bad thing.
Yeah, a lot's changed in 25 years, right?
Yes.
So to have the same people in power.
Do you want to hear some Welsh Government commitments that have happened over the last 25 years?
Oh, go on.
Yeah, go on then.
They had the high-level plan to end homelessness by 2026.
Yeah, get rid of the Y2K bug.
They were going to end child poverty by 2020. Highest in the UK.
It's not done.
They're going to end period poverty.
It doesn't feel done to me.
Wales is going to be anti-racist by 2030.
I mean,
5 years to go.
Reform likely to be largest party.
yeah.
5 years to go. We don't know we don't know what's in their manifesto. Will
We don't know how they feel about immigrants.
They could take that on.
Anti-white racism.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, that is dire, though. I actually feel sorry for her. I actually feel sorry for Lynette because she's been leader for so little amount of time. She's having to go into this election where Labour are they're going to have the biggest loss they've ever had in Wales. And she has to defend this shit show.
Yeah, it's we've said it before, a near impossible task that she inherited. And for a lot of that 25 years, I blame Vaughan Gething.
Oh my god! I mean, I anyone who listens to this know I'm not exactly Vaughan Gething's hype man. It would almost take a person of such extreme skill to be solely responsible for how bad things are at the moment. Isn't it? We can't put it all on Vaughan Gething.
I'm sure there are some people within the Welsh Labour group who
Jeremy
have that
Miles.
opinion, who have that opinion that this is all Vaughan's fault.
But what was interesting is, so I did that interview in my newsletter, and that is one of the most read newsletters I've ever done.
That's interesting.
So people they want to know what she's got to say. People want to know, they want to hear. Do you think they're like, is there a hope? Is there a hope in what she's saying? Or do they want to see how she's going to defend this?
I think ultimately what most people want is to understand. They want to be best informed about what's happening in their lives. But what I will say is this format of journalism, I think, lends itself to, because ultimately I'm only answering to subscribers and basically people who want to read it. I can spend time, like with the way I've done the interview, it's like I ask the question, I have her answer, and then I analyse the answer and I break it down. It's really hard for the BBC when you're part of that big machine, when you're going to be able to do that. So it's really cool. This is actually quite nice in, actually. I might as well do it now. I was going to do it later. I'm going to be hiring someone from next month.
Is it you or me? Let's find out. This is where we find out.
I would really like the opportunity for a number of reasons. I can work well independently and as part of a team.
Robin, I don't know how to say this to you.
I'm proficient in Microsoft
You are mean
Excel.
to me all the time. I don't know if I could pay you for that privilege.
I hold power to account, and I don't suffer fools gladly. My references are mellow and
I endorse this message.
Yes, please. I feel like I was on The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Set me a task.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to give you a list of products you need to source for. We should do a special.
We should.
Should we do a special episode?
We
An
should
Apprentice
do.
episode.
I love The Apprentice so much
Yeah,
because it's gone on too long and it's baffling now. It's just like Sir Alan Sugar waking you up at 6:01 and then they're in the cars at 5 past and then they drive you to a race course and you're like, oh, why are we at a race course?
Yeah.
Like, you can see we're at a race course here. It's because you are going to be making lasagna. You're like, what the fuck is this about? This is insane. What's the link here? Why have we driven for 6 hours? Email me.
Yeah.
You're clinically insane.
There's only 4 of you left.
Yeah.
The 4 cards will be with you in,
absolutely.
in 2 minutes.
Let's split you into teams, boys and girls. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are they saying boys and girls? I know.
Team Empire,
Oh, Empire, yeah.
Team Bitcoin. But all that to say, I would genuinely love to do some little silly apprentice-like tasks.
Yes, I would love that.
Should we do that as like a kind of special?
I think that'd be fun.
Yes, Christmas
A
special.
YouTube-
Christmas special.
Oh, I'll see what else does
Patreon special?
Oh,
May we? Maybe? May I? We should have this discussion. Mother, may I?
For audio listeners, Robin is rubbing his fingers together.
Oh, they can hear.
I'm hiring someone, and it's not Robin.
no.
Fuck.
Basically, the plan is with the newsletter and the podcast is like a key part of this. I think there is a bit of an awakening in Wales about Wales having its own democracy. People might not like it. People might not be a fan of the people within it. But I think people are starting to engage, whether positively or negatively, and I think that's a good thing. And I think what I've seen in terms of the engagement on the journalism I'm doing is that there is absolutely a growing appetite for it. I'm really excited to actually hire someone because it also means that I can sleep more.
Oh, bless you.
It's been a busy year. It's been it's a year last week that I left Wales Online.
No way.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's really cool.
Which also means we've been doing this a year, which is nice.
That is so cool. Well done, guys.
Balloons fall from the ceiling.
Shall we go on to some more questions?
Love to.
So this one isn't so much a question, it's more of a statement, but it's a
Bye, man.
Oh, I hate that. You know when you're at a Q&A and someone puts, and they're like, oh, we've only got time for one, and it's a guy, and they're like, okay, you sir in the cardigan, and he's like, not really a question, more of a statement, to be honest with you. And I'm like, no, if I chair it, I go, no thank you, and I move on to somebody else. I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I did it at the Hay Festival. I go, no thank you. No.
It's called question time, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anyway, I hate it.
Love that.
Hey Mel, but I like this one. I do like this statement. Okay, and it's from Maddie.
Oh,
Hey
apologies.
Mel, just wanted to say how much I loved the live show on Saturday. Can't believe how many other girlies my age were there. It was just so nice to see. It was also just so cool to have something so aligned with my interests in Wrexham. On my bus home, I've gone all my life. I met other pod listeners, which was so unexpected. I'm so glad you guys had a nice time coming up.
That's really sweet.
Maddie, thank you so much.
It was a pretty good split men-women at the live show, I think, wasn't it? From
I can't really
Yeah, I
Robin
don't think
doesn't
I
see gender.
No, but like jokes aside, I don't. Jokes aside, I do see color. No.
Leave that in.
That was great.
Fucking hell.
It wasn't something you just noticed.
No, the lights are bright. Like I don't
Yeah.
look at the audience, and they shouldn't look at me.
What I would say is though, like I think obviously in comedy quite a lot of time it's a pretty decent mix, but politics stuff you do get a lot more men.
Right.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I have noticed this so much in terms of the interactions I've been having online since doing the podcast. Or even out in person, genuinely.
Right.
I'm not saying all negative, but it's a lot more male focused, and with those become a lot more opinions.
Sure.
But no, in all seriousness, politics is much more of a male space.
We spoke about this. It was almost a year ago. It was one of our very early episodes when we were talking about having like a gender equality bill as part of Senate elections, and like having more women in politics is not just good. Women engaged with politics is not just good because it means, the majority of the population are engaged in the political process. It's also good because the results tend to be better when it's a mixture of men and women.
Better in what way?
So when you have more female representation in parliaments, you get more cross-party working.
Sure.
So that evidence suggests that. You also get a prioritisation of health and education. When you've got more women in a parliament, which is the two things that the Welsh Government are doing worst on. You tend to have better engagement between representative and constituent.
Oh, okay.
On average. This is not saying that male politicians don't do that.
Yeah.
But on average, when you have that. And you also have better consideration of priorities for women. So we did this a long time ago, but we've spoke a lot of shit between now and then. So things like consideration of women's priorities have been evidence, for example, in Norway, it was associated with better childcare provision, and in India, higher levels of female representation led, the research suggests, led to more clean drinking water projects. So actually, you get, funnily enough, if you get a mixture of people, and this isn't saying, we need all women, all men.
Of course not.
When you have a cross section, you get a more holistic, more it's just better policy.
Balanced.
Yeah,
it's just balanced.
Yeah,
You know.
it would take a real special person to hear. We need more women in politics to make the numbers pretty equal. To go, you're killing men. You're cancelling all men.
I mean, they're out there.
Yeah, as I say, a special kind of person.
Very, very special. And like you tend to find that parties, I've actually found that parties on the extreme left and the extreme right tend to dislike women. So
your party leader / co-leader / ex-leader, what's
Jeremy Corbyn.
Zara Sultana.
Zara Sultana. That was one of the she accused Jeremy Corbyn of and his ilk of being in a sexist boys' club, right? And that's obviously.
And now they're reconciling. I mean,
at the time of record, but who knows?
Yeah. Whose party is it when you're listening?
It's going to be my party next week. It's I mean, a little aside on that. The polling that we discussed last week, if Jeremy Corbyn's party does run in the Senate elections and gets kind of like 5-6%, there's a chance that they don't win any seats, but they reduce the other votes on the left so much it enables Reform to get more seats, which is the most Corbyn thing ever.
I know, yeah.
Putting that aside, it was lovely to have women at the live show, and it's like,
and to be listening. You know, and to be engaging with it, and to show that, because women do have an interest in these things, but also, I don't know if I suppose this might not be your experience with comedy, but so often I get women come up to me after a show and go, I thought I didn't like stand-up, like my husband dragged me here, but turns out I've just never seen a female comedian. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I remember vividly, 2019, I did a show about my dad, my son, my best friend, and it was a sort of a masculinity type show. And I remember a girl afterwards posting something on Instagram with my flyer on it saying, I thought this was going to be really blokey comedy, but it's like a lovely hour and feminist and free. It was free. And I remember saying that with me, just like, oh, okay, people come into this with preconceptions, don't they? And I think sometimes it's nice to be able to change that.
100%. And they're, therefore in politics, having more women there who you agree with, who you disagree with. There will be women who are representing parties that I don't necessarily agree with, but the fact that they are present is important. We're not a monolith. Like, we do disagree, but it's the same with everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like the same that all ethnic minorities are not all going to vote for the same party. Yeah. Not all women are going to vote for the same party, but engagement across the board is just so important.
I mean, I know utterly appalling male politicians, I know utterly appalling female politicians, but it's about how it's that kind of average, isn't it, of how everything moves. This has always been fairly kind of obvious to me, because basically I'm from a family of basically ridiculously strong women. Like, you ever watch like documentary about elephants, and they're like the matriarch. I basically a family of matriarchs,
right?
And all the men are just like following them to the waterhole, going bloody thirsty.
Would you like a marine biology fact?
Yeah.
So killer whales are one of the only other species that have the menopause, because it is more the females are such good hunters. It is more beneficial to have them not breeding and actually hunting and leading the pod than it is, and then the sun's just flapping around in there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because so many species, once basically any of them, any gender go past the ability to reproduce, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So from a survival point of view, it doesn't work. Whereas human beings, it's like, well, actually, like,
I've got to write a book.
I'm going to do the school run.
Yeah. Do you want to just, to balance out all the good things I've said about women, do you know what my least favourite genre of book, TV, film is? Middle-aged women going a bit wacky.
Oh, right.
I can't stand it. Mamma Mia can fuck off. I hate it. We're like, oh, now I wear Lucy and Yak and dungarees and my hair's all wild because I'm breaking free. And the reason I have a problem with this is...
Producer Darryl in his dungarees.
He's a dungaree. He's not a middle-aged woman though, Darryl. Is... Women are wacky their whole lives, right? Women are funny their whole lives. They're ridiculous their whole lives, okay? They don't just get to 50 and go, oh, I'm going to have a personality transplant now that the kids have left. It just pisses me off, this trope of women having a personality after 50.
Yeah, I know a few women who are a lot more fun after they divorce.
Well, there's a lot to be said about that.
Yeah, it's a separate question, I think.
Yeah, my old neighbour was like that. She was horrid. Her husband left her. She became lovely. Loved her. Yeah. And then there was one point where he came back for a week and we were like, don't do it. Yeah. Please. And then she kicked him out again. Yeah.
Thrilled for you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And it all was set to the music of ABBA. It was beautiful.
I cannot stand it.
I feel your pain.
You're the most angry I've ever seen you.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You react to that how I react to anyone who describes himself as high functioning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a high functioning introvert. No, you're a twat. Like, who says they're high functioning?
Are you calling out Jake Humphries on the podcast? High performance.
To balance that out, to pick on men as well, I hate men who call themselves family guys.
Family guys.
I'm just a family guy.
I'm a family man.
He's cheating on his wife.
Yeah. That family man has 2 families.
He loves them.
I'm a families man.
I'm a families man.
Yeah.
Right. That was fun. I think we probably need to get another woman on this podcast. Because then we'll do more about drinking water in India.
Let's finish there.
That was fun. We will be back next week and we will be up to date. So if something has happened, we'll be all over it.
Absolutely. Keep your questions coming as well. Like you say, well, you do these kind of like little, do we call them satellite apps? I feel like I've used that correctly. If I haven't, just accept it.
Let's call them that from now on.
Yeah, little satellite apps where we kind of go through the questions. If we don't get back to you straight away, we are seeing and hearing. It just might be, a little bit later. But thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you can email us or you can DM us or you can buy merch.
Yeah, and buy merch and /or.
And you should.
Nice. Up to anything that people should know about?
I'm on tour. It starts in January. You can get tickets on my website.
That's it for me.
I got a newsletter, the Will Hayward newsletter. I now have to pay people money so that they can afford food. So please sign up.
I've been Owen.
I've been Eluned Morgan.
And I'm Will Hayward.
Bye.